Virgo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-May 2026. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Virgo. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Judgment card. Maybe some decisions need to be made. There's definitely some changes at play. And for the most part, I kind of see your energy being quite steady through it all. And then I see some insertions of things that we'll get to. But it's like, uh-oh. But anyways, starting off the reading, you get the Six of Pentacles crossed by the Two of Pentacles. You're kind of questioning the validity of an energy exchange here. Like, is it equal? Is it, do I want the same things you want? Do you want the same things I want? Like, what are we doing here? You know, are we on the same page? In your focus is the Tower. Now, I don't know what the fuck that is. It doesn't have to be bad. So that's the good thing about the Tower, even though it's showing up quite frightening there, because there's a fucking tower that's being blasted apart by fucking lightning. Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be bad. As descriptive as that is towards bad. But in the recent past, the Seven of Wands, quite the rejection to something there. In your strength, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever's going on here, no matter good, bad, ugly, no matter what it is, it kind of forces you to really pay attention to yourself a little more, you know, to invest time and energy into yourself, which that's not a bad thing. In the immediate future, the Justice card, things are kind of feeling a little more balanced here. Supporting this reading, the Devil. Something unhealthy maybe at play, something, I don't know. But it's supporting the energy, the reading, so okay, I don't know. We'll come back to it and we'll see. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Eight of Cups. Interesting. Because this kind of gets me into a place of whatever you are fighting for, you don't care for anymore. Like, there's a sense of emotional detachment from something that I still see you kind of anchored in, you know? It's almost a sense of you just need to let it go. And you're like, nope, no, because I care for it. No, you don't. That's not why you're hanging on to that. Okay. The energy in your hopes and fears, the Hangman. You're trying your best to just be in the present moment as much as possible. To just be present with what's going on here. In the potential outcome, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, things are starting to move here. Things are starting to move forward. Because for right now, the energies are kind of mixing and matching and then until they settle down, and then they're starting to move. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Judgment card. For the Judgment card, you get the Tower, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Swords. This is your doing. There's something that makes it feel catastrophic. There's something like, if I were to start moving in that direction, the whole world would collapse. Like, and you know that's not true. You know that's a bunch of bullshit. Because you're shown up as acknowledging that that's, you know, something to tell yourself so that you don't move in that direction. But it's a direction that you know you need to be moving into. And by the way, that's where the reading ends, where you're starting to move there. But until then, you're kind of like, oh my God, no. But if I move, you don't know what's going to happen. No, I don't, because who the fuck knows what your mind is coming up with. And I'm scared, in all honesty. Because we can be very creative with what can happen, you know. Yeah. For the Six of Pentacles, you get the Five of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit. Okay. There's almost like an agreement that's coming into play here. There's a, I'll make you a deal about something. And we both agree on it, right? And I don't don't understand, because both energies seem to be in agreement, but then you're coming in holding it in place. Like you're not jumping on that ship of the agreement, even though you agreed to it. You're like, okay, we'll choose the materials that we're gonna build that ship from, and everything. Yeah, we're agreeing here. And then you do, and then the ship is built, and then when it comes time to all on board, not Virgo, because Virgo wants something else here. Virgo wants another ship. Okay, but you agree. I don't understand. So did you change your mind then? Because you're not saying that. Oh, I changed my mind. Yeah, I don't want this ship anymore. I just want another one. No, you're not saying that. The agreement still stands. For the Two of Pentacles, you get the Hierophant, the Magician, the Ten of Cups. You just want to be happy. You want for everybody involved to be happy. So then why are you holding two ships here? Basically, the agreement one and the, oh, but I want something else one. Because this is not a happy energy. This is just hold. You know? Let me do the Tower in your focus. The Four of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands. What are you scared of here? You're scared of something. There's fear that's holding you in place. That's what's not allowing you to jump on board. There's fear, but like what kind of fear? Only fear could anticipate a Tower moment. You're upset, you're stressed out because, oh my God, I'm trying to prevent that from happening, and look at me putting all my resources and all my energy into focusing on trying to prevent something from happening. That 99.9% of the time, it doesn't happen anyway. So isn't that just kind of wasted energy? Stressing out about something that you think is going to happen? Yeah, but most likely it's not going to happen because I'm preventing it. How? By thinking about it? Yeah, I thought about every aspect of, you know, how to prevent that from happening, so that in itself stopped it. Do you hear yourself? You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, what are you scared of? Seven of Wands in the recent past, the Lovers, the Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles. There's something going on within a connection here that you don't agree with. There's one of the energies that is kind of pulling away. And I would assume it's the other energy since you don't agree with it. Because, I mean, it could be that you're pulling away and you don't agree with it. Could be that too. I don't know. But one of the two is pulling away. And you're like, nope. Mm-mm. Well, yeah, it's happening anyway. Well, yeah, but I don't like it. Yeah, it's going to be one of those readings, huh? For the Queen of Pentacles, in your strength, you get the Six of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. Okay, yeah, again, the good part out of all of this mess is that when things get super, 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 super complicated here, you're like, oh, I'm doing my own thing now. I'm going to go focus on myself. Good. Fuck yeah. Let me do the Justice card in the immediate future. The Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Four of Wands. There's an ending, a dead end type of an energy over a commitment that I see you participating to that dead end. And then the energy that lays over it is that of fair, is that of right. So this needs to be somehow concluded. That dead end needs to exist there if the energy is kind of giving it a green light. But I think it was just waiting for you to jump on board here. And I think this is the time in which you do. Because before this, everything was stagnant. And you were just taking it here and creating all sorts of, you know, end of the world scenarios for everything. And your focus was more on trying to prevent that from happening, which probably was never going to happen anyway. And I think it consumed you, because it does take a lot of energy to anticipate crap happening, and then not only that, trying to think of millions ways to stop it. You know, for the devil in the supportive energies, you get the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the devil lands on, once the dust settles here, once everything is said and done and the dust settles, I see you kind of sprinting into the energy of moving on. Okay, brand new beginning, here I go. Blah, blah, blah. And it's first of all, it's not typical of you to move that fast. Second of all, I see you jumping on the next best thing that looks and feels like, oh my God, this is it. That could be problematic, because that could not be it. You know, you can't, it's like, just because something made me feel good for a split second doesn't mean, oh my God, this is the best thing in my life and I'll give everything I have to it. No. And if it is, just give it some time before you actually jump right for it so fast. This is so not you. You know, so that in itself is a little problematic. And second of all, it seems to be not held by a healthy energy. This whole impulsivity that's coming out. You know, I do see you giving yourself some time, but then if something jumps into your reality that you kind of light up about instantly, I see you jumping right in with everything you got. And it's like, hold, wait, give it some time. If it's that good, it'll still be there. You'll see, you won't miss anything, you know. For the Eight of Cups, for the hidden energies, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Judgment card. Okay. Yeah. You can't, don't talk back to me. You're like, I'm not interested in giving myself time. I need to go. I need to do. Okay, this ended. Okay, next chapter. Who are you and what'd you do with Virgo? Do not talk back to me like that. You're like, no, not interested. Learning lessons from this? Nah. You do it. This experience, chapter, whatever you want to call it, has a lot to teach you. You can't just jump into the next one and see a freaking sparkling butterfly and be like, oh, butterfly, carry me on your wings. Yeah, it doesn't fucking work that way. You're presenting yourself uninterested even before the opportunity happens, uninterested in the healing aspect of this. You know, you're not there yet into the next chapter, but you're already anticipated that you won't be interested in that part. Okay. Well, I hope you reconsider, because you got it. For the Hangman, in your hopes and fears, you get the Star, the Nine of Wands, the Page of Cups. I feel like you're also kind of trying to figure out what it is that you want for yourself, you know, like in a more realistic manner. Okay, what's next? I don't know exactly. But I can create something like, what do I want for this new chapter to look like? You know? So I kind of get the sense that as you're kind of trying to take it also one day at a time, you're also trying to figure it out, or what kind of a reality you want to create out of that too. You know, you haven't figured it out yet, it's fine, you will. But if you're not interested to dealing with what you just left behind, it might get a little tougher in figuring it out. So, I don't know, I would keep myself open here if I were you, but you're like, nope, not interested, thank you very much, next. For the Knight of Pentacles, in the potential outcome, you get the Strength card, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. See, it'll catch up with you. You may not be interested, but it's interested in you. It's your energy that you have to keep open to heal from. So sooner or later, it is going to catch up with you over there. Where whatever you're doing there, wherever you're at, it's going to hit you like a friggin' train. And you're like, oh shit, it did catch up. It did catch up, this motherfucker of an energy. Yeah, because it will. Okay, be not interested if that's how you want to do this, but it's going to catch up It's gonna catch up with you. But anyways, from the universe for you as a final advice, the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the King of Wands. The universe is kind of looking at whatever experience this is, and it's kind of saying that it's where it's supposed to be. So I don't know what the fuck that means. But especially when looking at the other energy, not yours necessarily, but the one tied up to you through this experience, that's where they're pointing out of that energy is exactly where it's supposed to be. You know? Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Alice the Wonderland Oracle. Manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. Number 43. Girl, lately you're eating like a beast. It's like we're not feeding you or something. I fucking love it when she eats because she's like with everything she's done. The Queen is almost berating Alice, imagining her to be happy whenever she wishes, thinking that the business of being happy is simple. As the Queen, she feels it's not simple for her, but she wants to manage to be glad, except, as she says, she cannot remember the rule. Is there a rule to happiness? Is there a way to manage to be glad? When this card comes to you, there are two possibilities, just as there are two slithy toes in the painting. Oh. Okay. The first is that others assume your life is simpler, easier, and that happiness comes more readily to you. There is the implication that they have it harder and must struggle to be happy. This is not the case at all. Your happiness has been earned. In some ways, you have created it by directing your thoughts and impulses towards the steady creation of happiness. The second possibility is that you must learn how to be happy. Having joy in our lives is not just good fortune, circumstance, or temperament. It comes through the careful management of our thoughts and deeds so that we nurture the possibility of joy and move even ever closer to happiness. Do not let others steal your joy or imply that being joyful means you are not as serious, deep, or hardworking as they are. Happiness is often hard-earned. We must find it amidst the most troubling of challenges. Alice has learned to do this despite being lost and everything around her being so unpredictable. We too can manage our happiness and defy those who claim it is more difficult for them. We can all do this no matter our lot in this lifetime. Divination. Your happiness is in your own hands. It is something which can be managed, nurtured, and grown. Acknowledgement that life can be very difficult and challenging, but you are being asked to grow the happiness you long for out of your magical will and desire to feel joy once again. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.